very, very
So what is
painful
that? What is the
relationships I've gone through.
downside of Vegas? What is the part that the tourists don't get to see? What is it like? It
The
mentioned the
downside of Vegas.
politics.
The downside of Vegas is that a lot of people from a lot of come to this town to live, and you get a big mix of a lot of different kinds of people all the time, constantly moving here. Not to mention the people that are visiting here, but it just seems to me that there's a lot of, and I'm not talking about the normal Vegas, like with families and people that have their jobs and like, the normal doctors and nurses. And I'm talking in my industry as far as what it's like in the club scene. People are not, they're fake, they have bad intentions. It's like they're always out to get you, get one up on you. And it's far and few between when you actually come across somebody that isn't going to end up stabbing you in your back and, making you look like a fool or whatever. I always just say, I've had enough fake. Like, let's just be real. And a lot of times people don't like real because they don't know how, I am who I am. I can only be who I am. And I have my own style, and it's called Jenna style. And there's a lot of people that are still out there trying to fit in and figure out what the hell's going on. And in the meantime, they're just the drinking and the clubbing and all the drugs that go around and things. And there's a lot of not very cool people in this town at all, and they turn out to be total scumbags. So you have to really watch yourself.
Jenna, I don't think it's just Las Vegas. You can ask Kitty regarding, for example,
Vegas is more like especially Vegas because this town will chew you up and it'll spit you out and it'll sweep you under the rug like you never happened and it'll just keep on going. And that's also because of the gambling. People are, they're compulsive gamblers. They lose everything they've got, and they have to move away. And it's just like, I know a lot of people. I've been here a long time, and I know a lot of really cool people. I have a lot of really good acquaintances, friends, whatever, that I see when I'm out and about that I totally respect 100%. But out of, as many years as I've been in the town, there's probably only 5 people that I can really truly trust.
Yep.
And they're all like family members. They're not, and one of them I think is including myself.
Yeah.
So,
no, we see the
me,
same
my
thing.
cat, my 2 dogs, and my brother. You know what I mean?
We see the same thing every day in doing the show. We see the same thing all over the place. I bitch and complain to Kitty all the time. I bitch and complain to my wife about the show all the time. It's not just, you're right. Yes, because Vegas is world famous as the show town. From what I understand and from what I've experienced,
everybody's got a fake facade.
The same thing happens in L.A., the same thing happens in New York, the same thing happens in Miami, the same thing happens. I don't know the big cities overseas like where Kitty's from. I've never been there or dealt with those places too much, but I think everybody's just in this, I'd say the past 10 years, in this fast-paced, want to be on top, whatever it takes. They don't care what it takes. And again, I see a lot of that in doing my shows. People come and go. I can have something lined up with Joe Blow for a show tomorrow, and something else comes up between now and my show time with him. Obviously, maybe somebody's paying him money, and when tomorrow comes for his show, he's vanished completely, right off the face of the earth. I never hear from him again. And I get frustrated. It's easier now because I just laugh it off. I got 5 more people lined up, or so to speak. But I don't think it's, I guess after being in the industry as long as you have and being right there at the forefront, going up on stage as often as you do, it's got to be a lot more in your face than it is for me. But it's worldwide, girl. It's worldwide.
Well, yeah, you're right, and I agree 100%. But I think the easiest way in this town to get around that is you just got to be yourself, and you got to stay real, and even if people don't like what real is, and if it's in your face,
stick with
whatever it is,
right.
Just don't lose who you are and what keep your belief in yourself, and be your best friend and be your worst enemy at the same time. And that's what I do. And I know a lot of really cool people, but I don't get, like I've been a dancer a long time, 12, 13 years. I've never had any money stolen from me. I've never been drugged. I've never, I don't fight, in the locker room. And I mean, there's just so many petty, like low, just.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I know.
You just have to be yourself and believe and like maintain your good spirit and just be a cool person and treat people like you want to be treated.
Now,
because
Jenna,
if you treat them, yeah.
At this point in time, would you be able to let all of your existing fans, as well as all of your new fans, would you let them know and let us know where everybody can find you on the internet?
On the internet, you can find me, well, you can Google me. You can just Google Jenna Munson, Munson, and I'll come up on MySpace. I'll come up on Facebook, on IMDb. It's a website about.
I've heard of it.
IMDb.com.
I did a short film called Fantasy with actually I did that with it's called Fantasy. It's like about vampires, and we have a show here in town at I can't even remember. I can't even remember what hotel it's at. It's a vampire show here in town, and the guy that runs that show, he was in the short film, and they can find me on that. And
you're on Facebook.
I'm on the DVD. You can look up the Larry Cable Guy. You can look up.
Are you on Twitter?
You can Google my name and find me. Huh?
Are you on Twitter?
Am I what?
Are you on Twitter?
On Twitter?
Twitter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made an account with Twitter, but I never use it because I just think it's weird.
Okay.
Weird.
And
I don't really.
You have an
It's a bunch
actual
of people,
website,
like-
Jenna?
I don't right currently at this time. I'm thinking about doing that, but I just haven't made my mind up just yet.
No worries. No worries.
But if I do, of course, it'll be posted all over my Facebook. It'll be posted all over my MySpace. It'll be posted, you know what I'm saying? And obviously, you'll be able to Google it. But at this current time, not really.
No worries. We're going to wrap up the show now before your phone dies, and I make a phone myself. But I want to thank you, Jenna, so much for taking time. I know you're parked somewhere on the side of the road right now doing this show, so I want to really thank you so much for taking time out for the show today.
Yeah, that's awesome.
No problem. Anytime. You guys, hey, you guys get bored and you want to talk some more, I'm always around.
Okay. The show for everybody will be broadcast on Internet Radio Dantata on our syndicated show all night long, Fox.com, generally broadcast 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Radio Dantata. Look us up, and it will also be available on Night Moves with the FoxStudio.com. I want to thank everyone for following us and having patience and watching the show grow and the new website grow in the studio. And can I say one more thing?
Yeah,
by all means.
I just want to say one more thing. Everybody support the ASPCA because all the animals out there, we love them and they need our help because I love animals. I have a passion for animals, and everybody support the ASPCA.
By all means. Any final words, Kitty?
Spay or neuter your pets?
Good enough for me. Very much.
Remember to spay or neuter your pets. Especially you Americans.
Everyone, thank you.
And remember, they rely on us. We don't, they rely on us to eat and keep shade and stay warm. So be kind to your pets.
Thank you very, very much, Jenna.
No, thank you.
And thank you very much, Kitty.
Like she said, thank you.
Okay.